So last episode we got started with our Nightblade. This episode, let's continue and have a look at what's exactly hiding underneath Burial Hill. What is stirring up the dead? If you watched the previous playthrough, you know. But for now, we're just gonna pretend like we don't know. Like it's all a surprise, like it's a mystery. And help these poor villagers out. Ooh, ether crystals. Bound to be useful for something. So, I'm taking a liking to this Amarystis Blade Burst skill. It's actually been redesigned from how it worked in Beta 30. The current behavior with the AoE burst, it used to be an upgrade, skill upgrade. Used to be that you didn't get it until until the 15-point mark as an upgrade for the base skill, but I think they swapped them around. So, I like how it works. So these ether crystals are going to be useful for crafting later on. Also, I just completely walked by scrap, which also is going to be useful for crafting later on. And on top of that, it's also going to be useful for a quest that we get after Burial Hill. Same for the crystals, by the way. Most of the time, with all the ether crystals around here, the crystals aren't too much of an issue to get, but the scrap actually is. Most of the time, you need to put a little bit of extra effort to get the scrap before handing in the questie. The source of the dead is nearby. And the source of the dead is you, Kasparov, the Reanimator. And that was Kasparov. He dropped a cleaver. Which I'm not quite sure if it sits in between if it's like a knifey axe or an axey knife. Probably closer to an axe than to a knife, isn't it? Because it could... No, it looked like a sword without a tip. It has armor piercing, not as much as the other ones, as what I'm currently using, but does have some of it. Adds some spirit, some cunning, some casting speed. Not a bad weapon. But I don't have enough cunning yet, so that makes it moot point. Oh, we leveled up. Which means more skill points. And more points here. So next level we're gonna get 3 new skills. Gonna get a passive phantasmal blade, so we're gonna get a pneumatic burst. We're gonna spend 1 point to keep the other one, so next level we can just spend them all. Let's see, we now have enough cunning to equip this sword, so we can put it in our offhand. I think for now it counts as a sword for our purposes. It has piercing, so it's a sword. And the damage is decent, and I need the damage. I definitely need the damage. Also a lot of armor Joe just got unlocked. Let's see if we can boost our armor a little bit. Okay. We can go up here, kill another crystal, and then leave the cave. After we do that, we go back to town. More ether crystals. Always more ether crystals. Also unlocking a fair amount of healing potions, which are so useful to have. Oh no, more zombies. Okay. And that's it. So summon our personal portal and head back down to town. We actually forgot something. There's a devotion shrine down there. Yeah, we can go to first. But first,
attacks have slowed and their numbers are thinning. I take that as a sign that you've dealt with the source?
I've killed the Reanimator.
A creature was doing this? Disturbing. Thanks to your efforts, we may yet hold out here a little longer. I've sent word to the gate guard. Speak to him and he should let you in. Take some well-deserved time to rest and recover. Welcome to Devil's Crossing.
Thank you.
I need some time to plan our strategy. In the meantime, there are others around Devil's Crossing who could use your help. Take a moment to mingle with your fellow survivors. Kasparov, our resident scientist, is really eager to speak with you. He babbled some nonsense, but I believe he wants to talk about your connection with the Ethereals. Barnabas, our handyman, said he needed help with our water pump. When you're done assisting them, speak with me in my office inside the prison.
I will speak with him. So we have Harmond, who's always looking to kill more things. Let's have a chat with Kasparov.
Welcome to my workshop. I saw you fighting the dead out in Lower Crossing, and I dare say you are absolutely brilliant. Evidently, cutting you off that noose was the best decision the captain made that day. Where are my manners? I'm Kasparov, scientist and inventor. What brings you to my humble shop?
The captain said you wanted to speak with me.
Rift gates, yes. The Ethereals use them to get around. I was working on a way to close them, but then you stumbled through ours. We have never seen a human, possessed or otherwise, pass through one before. Not a living one, anyway. It was then that I realized that we could put these portals to use. There's something about you that is attuned to the Rift Gates, and I intend to replicate it.
Wait, what?
You don't remember anything, do you? I may have taken some liberties while you were out cold. It was just a few tests, a blood sample or two. Nothing major. The results were curious. It appears that your body is still teeming with residual aether energies. Don't worry, you won't be growing any new limbs, probably. But I'm going on tangents here. I believe that with a correctly tuned pulse of aether energy, we can replicate this phenomenon in a controlled manner, as in without the need for pesky possession. I've been working on just the device to do it, but it needs power. For that, I require aether crystal fragments.
Ether crystals, like these things here?
Excellent. These will do perfectly. I'll just place them into the device here and... oh my, that's not right, not at all. That pulse, it wasn't supposed to go off. Oh dear, 1, 2, 3... Yes, my fingers are still intact. Did it reach you too? How do you feel?
I feel stronger.
Ah, very good. I'm sure a little more aether in your system won't do you the slightest harm. Okay, maybe it was a lot more. But you look fine. Fitter than ever. A real shame about the prototype, though. Showed such promise. Perhaps if I had more fragments.
I think we're done here.
I've been so preoccupied with this Riftgate business that I completely forgot about my apprentice. Darn it. I sent her out to the Burwich Estates to fetch parts for our research, and she's been gone entirely too long. Seems her ineptitude carries beyond just the workstation.
You lost your apprentice.
I have to say, I do feel a little responsible for her now that she is my apprentice. Could you please go out there and find that hopeless girl?
I'll keep an eye out. Okay, and we gained a level and skill points. So let's spend our point to unlock the skills of tier 5 and spend 1 in everything we just got. We have an extra skill point over from the previous tier, which I'm actually going to invest into the Belgovian's Shears. So this is a chance-based AoE attack, which seems useful, and it has a stun, which is also very useful. Then we got the defensive blades, which are the throwing daggers. And we got a pneumatic burst, which is a self heal. It's not very strong at the beginning, but it will probably get a bit stronger over time. So we have blade burst that we can assign, and pneumatic burst. And pneumatic burst lasts for 24 seconds, so it will last quite a while. While the blade burst has a 1.8 second recharge, so we can use it relatively often. Hey, let's sell the things we just got and go back to looting.
See anything you like?
Let's see. Ooh, scavenger's plating. We managed to complete this one already. Nice. Yeah, see, we could potentially buy some scrap, but that's just too expensive. Oh, this guy now has unlocked town. Thank you. We got some XP for that as well. Actually, have to go there to pick up some quests. So down here we have Barnabas.
Send you over? You must have done quite a service with the dead if he's got hands to spare for old Barnabas. Let's get to business, yeah? Our wind pump's broken down again and we're running low on water. We're all out of parts, so I can't fix her up. Can always melt down what weapons we have, but I'm not too fond of being devoured in my sleep. I'll need scrap from Lower Crossing.
So where can I find it?
Search the ruined houses and the old dumping grounds on the far side of Lower Crossing, past the burial hill. Smash some junk. Search the bodies of those things roaming around out there. Where you get it isn't that important to me, just that you get it soon. We're running out of drinking water. Nothing to be said about ever taking a bath again.
I'll get you the scrap you need. So, we need a couple more scraps. And as I said before, I actually have to go back into the ruins because there's a ruined shrine that we missed. Excuse me. I should know better. I have been here before. And that's down this path. And then through to here. So, first of the crystals.
I can't do that yet.
Oh, come on, pick it up, please. Yes, thank you. This is just a razor, leather coat. That's ooh, that's an upgrade. Sweet. A ruined shrine. Put in a crystal. Get loot and a devotion point. So devotion. So this was also one of the things that got the bonuses and such. They got a pretty massive overhaul with Beta 31. I think everything got rebalanced and things like that. So this is just pretty big and overwhelming as it was before. And I don't know, I find it hard to make out a specific direction to go to. It's not like the Ascendants or the Chaos or the Eldritch or the Order or the Primordial really have something strong that's clearly tied to it. But I did have a look and I saw that there's a thing here called the Assassin. See? Called an Assassin. So I want to unlock this, just because it's an assassin. So we need purple and white for that. And what I understand, the crossroads unlocks white and some prerequisites, and also gives you 5% extra health, which is not a bad bonus to have. So let's go with that at the beginning. So one of the interesting things about the self-heal, the pneumatic burst, is that it's also a slight speed buff. 2% total speed. So there is actually a benefit to using it even if you don't need it specifically for healing. And the fact that it runs for 24 seconds with a cooldown of only 10 means it's meant to be recast more often for its initial bonus rather than the duration bonus, and that duration bonus is just a side effect. So using it in a manner like this seems not wasted. Also, we just got this one, didn't we? Ooh, health, energy and extra cunning. Let's equip it. And then have a further look. Look at a cave entrance here. The Putrid Den. Just one big yucky poisonous den. You would really not go unless you really have to. Also, I think I misbound the skill here. I should put a Phantasmal Blades in here. This is a ranged attack. So I have to say, my self-heal is not really doing a very thorough job of it just yet. Ooh. Oh, well, we did find scrap here. Okay, potions work, self-heals. Yeah. Let's go with that. So we do have quite some burst damage. Ooh, more scrap, and that's 5 out of 5 for Barnabas. Split. I think if I just have a quick look at how things are going already, just with the chance-based attacks proccing. And really, just the blades already whirling sometimes. I think this is gonna be a feast on the eyes once this is fully leveled. And just the blades will be just whirling around you all the time. Just murdering everything. Okay, so we gain the level. So, let's see, if you boost this, the 10% health restored becomes 12% restored, 3 life per second becomes 6 life per second, and total speed also goes up a little bit. So let's spend a couple points on this while we are leveling. Also, we keep boosting the Belgothian Shears, because it's a chance-based skill and I want to get it to its maximum as soon as possible. It's only 8 levels, so it doesn't take that much. And I think we had enough skill points, didn't we? So we can actually just head back to town and have a chat with Mr. Barnabas. Oh, should be somewhere down below here.
Did you get the scrap?
Will this suffice?
I'll get the wind pump up and running in no time. Devil's Crossing will have safe drinking water again, and it's all thanks to you. First class is on me.
Glad I could help.
Well, good news is, I got the water pumping again. The only problem is, it smells like a sewer. Only about a tenfold worse. I haven't smelled something this rotten since...
Since what?
Since I cleared out a den of slith, ages ago. They're loathsome reptiles, make their homes in swamps and dank caves. They secrete a nasty poison into the water that makes it drinkable for them, but nearly always fatal to us. I bet good iron there's a nest in that cave that fuels our pump. I'm too old for all this spelunking, so I need you to go down there and kill it.
So, I'm the killer again. Okay, how do we get into the cave?
This key will open the cellar in the shack behind me, right by that accursed rift gate. It connects to the bowels of the prison, which should lead you to the cave. Find the Slith matriarch that's likely polluting our water supply, and the poison should clear out on its own. You do this, and all the Devil's Crossing will be honoring your name with every glass.
I'll take care of him. But first, we sell stuff. Ooh, better boots. That's an axe, but we're not using axes, so. Ooh, chaos resistance. That seems useful. Let's put it on our skill bar somewhere. There. Okay, and then before we wrap up, let's go into town and have a chat with some of the side quest NPCs. Pick up the questies. See if anyone. So.
Greetings, child. I am pleased to see that the taint of possession has left you. Should you require it, I offer spiritual guidance to the survivors. I will gladly extend this service to you.
Are you the one who stopped me when I was possessed?
My knowledge of spirits has allowed me to devise a trap with which we were able to contain you and the ethereal that controlled you. It was not until the noose was firmly around your neck that the spirit left you, though.
So, not to be ungrateful, but so why haven't you dealt with the Reanimator then? Why did I have to kill it?
I'm afraid that I am not at all fit for combat, which from my understanding was more than necessary for you to reach the Reanimator's lair. I was only able to subdue the ethereal within you with the use of a trap, which would have required the Reanimator to come to us, just as you have.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. So, spiritual guidance?
Troubled memories can cloud the mind and torment the spirit. With my guidance, you can move past these painful thoughts and begin anew.
Thank you. I would very much appreciate it. So, this is where you can redo your skills. If you ever have regrets about the skill points you spent, you can, for a little bit of iron bits, you can refund skill points. And the same for devotion points, though it will also cost you ether crystals on top of iron bits to refund things here. But this is very useful, very nice to already have it in from the beginning. And there's a scroll note. More lore, more XP. All good. And with that, I think this is enough to call this an episode. So, next episode, we're gonna go below town to find this Slith matriarch. But until then, thank you very much for watching. And hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.